he's taken to the internet with a pod.
Mood.tv.
Kyle Mocha won't shut up and he's taken to the internet with a podcast cause he won't shut up.
Shut up.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not.
All right, well.
It's kind of rude that you took the first word on the reboot series of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, but I'll forgive you because you've done a lot of work to get us here.
I thought I was still testing, honestly.
You were still testing?
Yeah, that's
Are we live right now?
We are live. I think we are.
Hey,
I think we are.
I think we're live.
I don't know. I know we have somebody chatting.
Somebody's
so,
chatting. Somebody's chatting.
If they can hear this.
Yeah, tell us that we're good. But we're just gonna assume that we're good and that we're live. Yeah. Welcome to Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, the podcast. In the upcoming weeks, we're going to be doing hopefully some live video stream along with this. And we can. Awesome. This whole part is going to be really great for when it's re-edited down for the actual podcast release. No one will be able to understand what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, true.
It's worth it, though. So that's why you should be tuning in live to listen to us. Sounds great. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's our good friend Eric there over from Moot.tv who's helping us put the podcast out. So right off the bat, big thanks to those guys. We'll talk a little bit more about them when I do my shameless plugging of my friends and all of their projects coming up. But that's kind of what we're doing here. You know, we're it's a vanity project for me. I like my name, I like my image, and I wanna show the world how dumb I can really be. You know. And I would like to also show the world how talented most of my friends are. So we're trying to gather as many musicians and artists that want to work on anything or just put out their art. Our image that is designed here is an original image from our friend Sean L. Sasser, who did it for the old podcast. And then, Justin, you did some magic editing it and making it look trippy as all fuck, and honestly, we were saying when you did it, it kind of looks like the old Comedy Central logo on its side.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Or a leaf of sorts, but too many sides to be anything that isn't going to be poisonous to touch.
Yeah.
Well, the old podcast, what we did was we came together and we would listen to two discographies, two different bands' discographies, and that was very exhausting mentally. The first episode we did was Modest Mouse, and then we did Pink Floyd. One episode, we have both of those bands, and it was a lot of music to get through, and it kind of burnt me out right away. And then we did 4 more episodes that were released, and then one episode, I believe, that was unreleased, and that you're on, that we recorded it with our good friend Rich Blackmore, and it starred Casey Bergen.
Yep.
And we were talking about Typo Negative, mainly about Peter Steele's Giant Wiener, but Typo Negative, and we were talking about Green Day. I liked the idea of the juxtaposition of the dark goth New York punk versus the skate surf style Southern California pop punk.
The completely, like, the two different spectrums.
Oh, yeah.
Completely across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they both kind of came out around the same time. They existed, and they both
were probably just as well
popular in different veins. Green Day was more mainstream popular,
and they probably did have a bigger following, but just as hardcore.
Well, it's kind of hard to compete. They had up a Broadway play.
That's true. That's true, man.
But they both of their careers kind of died at the same time, though. American Idiot happened around the same time that Peter Steele died, I believe.
Would you say that Green Day's career died, or that they just
became a different band? They became a different band, in my opinion. But
they totally did. But
yeah, that whole episode we lost for a little bit, and then Richard actually sent it over to me, and we're gonna try to re-release that along with the original 5 episodes. But that format is dead because it killed me. It sent me on a 5-month spiritual journey into the mountains of Northern California, along with just a bunch of other dumb things about life.
Hey.
And now we're back and trying to take just a different approach to it. I had been doing stand-up in Philly and, on and off for the last couple of years. And I like the idea of just being able to sit here and tell dumb jokes and then talk to people. So pretty much going to take that approach, like kind of the late night TV show approach to doing this.
Right.
So with that being said, the first thing that we're going to do each week, I come up with dumb one-liners and dumb jokes all the time. It's the undying Mitch Hedberg in me. It was just, I think, 12 or 13 years anniversary of his death this past weekend.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I told you this, but 2 weeks before he died, I got to see him in Scranton.
Really? He was in Scranton 2 weeks before he died?
Yeah.
Did that kill him? Is that what did it?
No, he died in New York.
He died in New York?
2 weeks later.
A residual effect from Scranton?
Could possibly be. I mean, it was him and Stephen Lynch, and Stephen Lynch obviously opened. And
they both had black lung by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, it got so bad that the people in the stands were finishing it, or people in the audience, I shouldn't say stands, we were sitting in the masonry building, like, okay. So it's not like
they were finishing the bits for him because he couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, he was one of those comedians that you could, and both of them, even like Andrew Dice Clay, like they're comedians that you can call out their bits to them.
Yeah,
and they'll finish them.
That was almost one of the things. Like, I almost wish I didn't see him live.
Yeah,
because it was them finishing jokes, and then people like, do blah blah blah, and he's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like,
all right. I'm pretty.
He literally just would say "all right" and then go into the bit, and like, it was just not funny. Like, yeah, it was funny because
you know the joke,
yeah. But
you could just be listening to the CD and not having to see the sadness in his face
and hear the dumb assholes screaming shit out at the top of the
lungs, definitely. Well, kind of in honor of that wonderful man, who definitely was a huge influence on me in wanting to do comedy. I've written a bunch of dumb jokes. So some of them are older, some of them are newer. Okay. And I'm just gonna go through them. That's
all right. Hey.
It's what we're gonna do.
It's your show, man.
It's alive.
You sink this ship however you fucking want.
Hey, the old show was a runaway train I was trying to keep on the tracks. This is a ship I am trying to sink you are somehow keeping afloat.
No, I mean, it's because we're in a house. This is not a boat.
It's not a boat. One day we'll record from a houseboat.
Okay.
That's the goal for the show. 100th episode, houseboat. If you have a houseboat, and you'd like to
we
donate it for one episode, we'll do it.
Sounds good.
It'll be great.
All
right. So here are the dumb jokes and one-liners that I've come up with recently. All right. Call me an old-fashioned, but I'm 90% whiskey.
Yeah.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah, that's
a good one. I'm
yeah,
90% whiskey. I don't know if that's accurate, but...
well,
so the other day at the bar, this isn't part of the joke, but the other day at the bar I was working, and somebody was talking about double standards between men and women. Yeah. And I don't know why I did this, but I just walked by. I just sat there and listened to them talk, and I went, are we in the capital city of Ireland? Because these standards are Dublin. Like Dublin?
Yeah.
It's good. No? Abadumcha?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe? Dad jokes?
Maybe in the actual bar.
Should this just be dad jokes?
Could
segment? Be. All right.
No, you should split them up, like shit-faced jokes.
Shit-faced jokes I came up... So I should label when I come up with something when I'm like drunk as hell?
Yeah, if I was fucked up, I'd probably be all right.
You'd probably be like, Dublin. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
More Jameson now. All right. I hate the phrase developing countries. What are they developing? Shoes? Thought we weren't doing that anymore.
Yeah, see, that's a political...
That's political.
That's a political slash,
we're going to get there.
Slash, fucked up at the bar kind of joke again,
Got a bad joke here from Eric. I'm not a big drinker. I'm only 5'9". It's a good one. See,
yeah,
he's on the
right.
He's on the level.
Yeah.
He's on the level. All right. Freudian are my favorite kind of slips. Next to nip. The two best types of slips.
But,
maybe banana peel would be third.
Banana peel? Can you actually slip on a banana peel?
I mean, I think you can slip on anything if you're clumsy enough. I could.
But I mean,
if you were walking down a freshly waxed hallway and there's a banana peel, you're definitely going to slip on it. But if it's on a carpet, you're not going to slip. If it's on hardwood, you might not. You might just like kind of.
I'd probably
stumble.
Just look down and be like,
"Why the fuck is there a banana?"
Yes, exactly.
What lazy asshole doesn't find the garbage 8 feet over there? Oh,
yeah. Hey.
All right. Okay, they say you should never meet your heroes, especially if your heroes are the Garbage Pail Kids.
No, I would meet the Garbage Pail Kids.
That'd be terrible. Come on, it smells so bad. Have you ever seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie?
I used to collect the cards as a kid.
Yeah,
because there were stickers.
So would you want to meet them?
Yeah, I'd
okay. Well, then that joke's shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
throwing that one out. Crumbling up the digital paper that I'm reading this off of.
Into the garbage.
By society's standards, I'm a millennial. With where I was, my birth year, 86. I'm a millennial. I think it's like after 79 or 80, like technically, no matter what. It's kind of like being Jewish. You're born Jewish. We're just born millennials, and we can't get out of it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to associate as a millennial. I want to associate with what I feel I am, and I feel like I'm a willennial. Okay. Because this is the willennial.
Oh God.
He's making a comeback. YouTube. He's coming back.
The whole YouTube fucking. You know what? Here's where I'm at with it. Fuck all the famous people who are now going to jump on board and steal, because that's the next big step.
It
is
that,
right?
Oh, they're all going to be. It's going to go
completely independent.
Not full circle. It's going to go a complete 180 degrees from like 70, 80 years ago when Judy Garland was contracted by a studio and was owned by the studio. Now it's going to be, I just put out my own stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, but you're right. It's going to be kind of annexed by people with money.
Yeah.
And
because let's face it, if Will Smith went out on YouTube and was like doing this same concept, who's going to watch this show compared to watching Will Smith?
Who's going to watch my show versus Will Smith?
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, probably.
Tommy Lee Jones would like my show.
I think Tommy Lee Jones would just check to make sure that you're not watching Will Smith.
Yeah.
Because he's probably still looking for him.
Yeah, he's probably. Neither of them are in the new Men in Black movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Apparently Chris Hemsworth's in it, though, so that's something. All right, so that's my millennium joke. I felt like I had to get it in there.
Yeah.
I like when you hear a parent says to their kid in public, I brought you into this world and I can bring you out. No, you can't. That's called murder.
Yeah,
it's murder.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah,
parents used to say that all the time.
It's actually been proven. A couple women have tried to do so.
Try to kill their own child. And
have killed their own child.
Okay.
And,
and then they went to jail.
Yeah. Usually the children were found in like dumpsters. And shit,
okay.
But,
all right.
Yeah.
We got to children in dumpsters in what, like 8 minutes?
Yeah.
I like
all
it.
Right, well,
this is good. All right. We're gonna brighten it up a little bit. The goldfish crackers are the only food I'll eat that are staring at me and smiling. It's my Big Mac sporting a grin. I'm out.
Would you be though?
If my Big Mac smiled, I don't know. If it started talking like if it was just a Big Mac and it was like an old 80s commercial, like, hey, cow.
No, I'd
Want to
probably,
hang out?
yeah, I'd
It
probably
was Mr.
murder
Hanky
that,
for
dude.
some reason. The
Mr.
Christmas
Hanky,
poo?
yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Hanky,
The Big Mac?
the Whopper, the
Yeah.
Big Mac.
He's going to become the Christmas poo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder,
After you consume them.
did they ever decide what he was made of? Like, do you never find out the backstory of Mr. Hanky? I would like to see that dramatic
I don't
retelling
think so.
of the man who ate the food that pooped out
I don't
Mr.
know.
Hanky.
Let's put that call out to Matt Stone, Trey Parker.
Hey, guys.
You know.
If you know Tommy Lee Jones, he's probably going to let you know about this show.
Or Will Smith.
Or Will Smith. They're all real big fans.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Last one I have written down here. People do acid and discover crazy things about themselves. People. I don't know these people, but some people do it. People do acid and they discover crazy things about themselves. It'd be weird if you did acid and realized you wanted to be an accountant.
Yeah.
It would suck if you did acid and you realized you really liked the Insane Clown Posse.
I want to say that has probably happened.
You think so? I mean, probably.
Yes.
I would think that's where the majority of the ICP fans come from. They're people that have done acid, found themselves in the woods with a meat cleaver, and they're just like, what have I been doing? Why is my tongue purple?
Hey, guys, just want to let you know, I love the Insane Clown Posse.
It's a coming out party. You have to like invite all your friends. You're like, is this an intervention? No, it's kind of the opposite. An outervention. I'm venting outwardly that I'm down with ICP.
Hey.
I can't even make an ICP joke because I literally don't know any like lyrics or anything about them. I just know it's ridiculous.
Okay, so what I do
people
know
your
about
age love them. Some people that you went to high school with are obsessed.
Yeah. Dude, I won't lie. I've had a couple albums from them. There's some of their music is just entertaining, but
did you have a couple of their albums and a couple of pairs of UFOs?
No. Like, I was not a fan in that sense.
Okay.
Like,
You never painted the face?
The Great Malenko and, what was it, the Joker's cards were fucking awesome. Like, just as far, like, musically, not specifically what they're saying, but they're just stupid albums. But the backstory is they were going to have, I think it's seven fucking cards that were coming out, which were 7 albums, and at the end of it was supposed to be the end of the world. And when the last album came out, they're like, "Oh yeah, we believe in God."
Wait, they came out as Christians?
Yeah.
Wait, do they still perform?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they still do they preach now on stage?
No, I don't think so.
Are they like Team Impact?
No, they still do the same fucking thing that they've been doing.
Okay.
And the FBI has
Are they a gang?
They are a gang, yes.
Are they listed as the gang leaders in any way?
I don't know.
Because those guys, I mean, from what I've heard about those two guys, they're very philanthropic. Is that the word? They're really good to their communities. They pay back. They give money back.
Oh, I'm sure that they do.
They grew up a lot of money. Like Detroit?
Yeah.
So they've apparently given a lot of money back into their community. Sure. Which, I mean, if you do anything and you make a shitload of money and you don't do that, you kind of a big piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But because you don't deserve it, especially if you're rapping with like clown makeup on.
Not even so much that, but I mean, even if you're just a good enough person to act and you've done something like that, like, yeah, that's a lot of money that you're getting to perform that. But I mean, in terms of like work, is, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're putting your heart and soul into something, but then you get 3 months off if you want.
Yeah,
and go find yourself in the mountains of Northern California.
Yeah, that's only after you've done your multi-million-dollar movie.
No. See, I did 6 episodes. 6 episodes, one unaired of a very rarely listened to podcast, and then I had my mental break and I left.
Hey,
that's what I did.
Hey, you Chappelle did it. It's cool.
It hit me early. I got it out of the way, and now I'm back.
Yeah,
those are the hashtags I was using. I was really enjoying. I was trying to think of songs with the word "back," and I don't want to say "back in black" because that doesn't make any sense. I'm wearing green, and a lot of it. So it was "Don't Call It a Comeback." Was one of the hashtags. What was the second one? It was "Don't Call It a Comeback." Guess who's back?
Who's back?
The bitch is back. Was the third one. Okay. So it was "Don't Call It a Comeback." Guess who's back? The bitch is back. Songs about returning. That was my 4th hashtag. And then Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
Okay. All right.
Because it's a sequel.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we're not a sequel. We're just coming back. But it's the second version.
Yeah.
It's a rebirth of sorts. And then it's kind of habitual. We're not wearing, a habit in the way a nun would wear a habit. But we're doing a habitual thing in here in our conversations. This is something we do regularly. It all made sense when I thought of it at 3:35 in the morning after working all night. It made a lot of sense. I wasn't sober.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I wasn't really listening.
You weren't listening?
No.
Well, that's what 90% of this show is going to be. White noise for people to drive to work to.
All right.
All right.
But yeah, Sister Act.
Sister Act
I got
2.
you.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's good. It's a good movie. It's the last good movie Whoopi made, in my opinion. I don't know if she's made one since.
I think I want to say I just saw her in something. It might have either been a TV show or she had a small part in
The Color Purple 2?
No.
The second Color Purple? Another Purple Color? Another Purple Color, I think is what it'd be called.
What?
I think we're going to take a quick break because we're done with the dumb jokes and we're done with the rambling and everything. So we're going to take a quick break. You're hearing some music right now. The opening theme song that you had heard earlier was composed by a good friend of ours, Richard Blackmore. And then the break music that we're taking now, it's the track on it is called Glorious Moose. And it is music from a dear friend of mine, Andy Moose, Andrew Masaurus. Very, very good guy. Wonderful comedian and creative mind. And, you know, I think he's just a real attractive man as well. And he made some funny music.
Yeah.
It's good music. It's entertaining.
Well, I'm playing...
You're playing the wrong thing?
I'm playing the wrong goddamn thing. What the fuck?
You know, this is the live version. The edited version is going to be way better.
Way better.
We're going to edit all of this out.
I'm not editing ever again.
You're not editing anything.
Ever again.
Ever again.
All right.
That's why we're sticking to a shorter show now.
Yeah.
All right,
good
guys.
Format.
We'll be right back.
We are back.
And we are back. I was just looking at my phone, and spring snowstorm expected Saturday.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Saturday.
They were originally... All right, so last week when I looked at the weather, it showed Monday snow.
Yeah.
Wednesday snow.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday snow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm over it, dude.
It's April,
like,
right?
Yeah, it's fucking April. I'm just... I don't know. I'm ready for nice weather, but unfortunately, we're just gonna go from spring or from fucking winter to summer.
Yeah,
it's
we're
gonna be horrible.
2 or 3 days of decency, and then it's just gonna be straight humidity once again.
Yeah.
Why do we live here?
I don't know.
Because our parents brought us here, and now we're still here.
I think I'm too lazy to leave.
Yeah. It's all
I don't know.
Honestly,
I've checked out other places. I've visited, Colorado. I have family that lives in New Mexico, Arizona. Been to Florida. I've been quite a bit of places, and just this is home.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do enjoy it. I go everywhere, and I wind up coming back, so I get it. But it is frustrating this year. It's like I feel like we should just adjust the calendar. We should just tomorrow everybody wake up and agree that it's February. Like, it's still February. Let's do the Groundhog thing over again. Yeah. Make it so it's going to be a short winter, and then we'll just, like, psych each other out.
A short spring, you mean?
A short winter, and then...
Yeah, so second winter?
Yeah, second winter.
Okay.
Because I think we're already on third right now.
We might be.
Yeah. It's insane. Well, either way, it's April, but it was just March, because that's how the calendar works.
Yes. Are you sure?
They haven't changed it. I don't know. I've heard things.
Well, if it's still February?
Well, I was saying we should change it to February. But,
so we're in February right now.
Yeah, but really we're in April because nobody listens.
But that means that March is coming up?
March is coming up. There we go. I see what you were doing there.
Yeah.
So March is coming up. So I wish I was smart enough to have realized I did that to begin with. That was terrible.
Well,
but yeah, so we were discussing earlier. There's all these brackets, and next year what I would love to do is to do a bracket where we break down all of the crazy brackets that people come up with because they're different ones about snack foods, about your favorite TV characters, about your favorite political events in history. Who knows? People are making them up all over the place. And the one that I found, somebody sent me one that was just Nickelodeon, and I filled it out.
Okay.
And then the same person, a friend of mine of ours, Melanie. She tagged me in one that was Millennial Kids Shows bracket.
You mean this one right here?
Oh yeah, that's kind of what it looked like a little bit.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at it, I got it on my phone. I can't read a handful of these, or I've never seen a handful of these. But
I think not to cut you off, but I think if there's a tiebreaker anywhere or anything, we should get these guys involved.
Yeah, anybody that's chatting right now, you chat along with us, and you can help decide. You can sway us one way or another. But I filled mine out, and I was again at 3:30 in the morning and not sober, filling it out. So I was going to go over it. We've got the ability here with the wonderful technologies of the world to have this image up and to kind of break it down. Yes. So we're starting with the Nickelodeon, and for the podcast listeners, I'm sorry, there's no image. You can go to our Instagram, Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. Instagram, and you can see what we're talking about there. But right now for the live streamers, you're getting the good stuff. So again, more reasons that you should be listening to the live stream.
Yeah.
So it breaks it down. They've ranked them 1 through 16, I believe, for each category, and then did the whole thing where first faces the 16th and second faces the 15th, and so on and so forth. Okay. So we start off, and it's got SpongeBob SquarePants, Chalk Zone, The Amanda Show, iCarly, Jimmy Neutron, all that. One that I do not recognize that logo, and
Danny Phantom?
No, above Danny Phantom, whatever the hell that is. Danny Phantom, Hey Arnold, Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, Cat Dog, Doug, The Wild Thornberrys, Rugrats, and Rocket Power.
Yep.
So those are the 16 shows that were pulled. Out of all of these, there's literally 3 that I've never heard of.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't know what Chalk Zone is.
Yeah, me neither. I had discussed this with a couple of people, and they were people that were younger remembered it. But for me, in us in our 30s, I think we might be a little bit outside of the that age of the millennials.
Yeah, a lot of these, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, well,
for me personally, anyway.
I went through and I broke it down, and for me, the first one you got SpongeBob versus Chalk Zone is just a joke because again we don't know what Chalk Zone is, and it's SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So it's a fair assumption that SpongeBob SquarePants goes on to the second round. Then you've got Amanda and iCarly. The Amanda Show was kind of a spinoff of all that. I've never watched iCarly.
Either of those.
Yeah, I think that was like probably 2000, 2001. If you were watching the Amanda Show.
Yeah.
I did, though. I was 13, 14 years old when that was on, and it was entertaining. So Amanda Show moves on for there.
Okay.
Then we got Jimmy Neutron and all that. This is where it starts to get a little bit more kind of closer in how much I enjoy the shows. So Jimmy Neutron's a phenomenal show, but all that was probably my favorite show just overall.
Okay.
So all that wins from there. And then the next one, Danny Phantom and whatever the hell that thing is.
I don't know what that is. Let me see if I can enhance it. I can't even fucking.
I was thinking it said Oxygen or something like that.
It might, but
knows?
Isn't Oxygen was a channel that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Either way. So we went from there. Zoe 101, Hey Arnold. Never watched Zoe 101. Sarah, Hey Arnold.
Exactly.
Drake and Josh, Cat Dog. Never watched Drake and Josh, Cat Dog. Then you get to Doug and the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
I went Doug.
Yeah.
Doug's classic.
As good as Wild Thornberries actually was as a show.
Yeah.
Doug is way better.
And then this one, the last one, should be a blowout. Rugrats versus Rocket Power. But Rocket Power is quite possibly one of my favorite cartoon shows of all time.
It is a great show.
Rugrats are great. There's probably more episodes of Rugrats. There are movies of Rugrats. But Rocket Power, for me, is kind of the Cinderella story here. So Rocket Power,
I'll give you that.
Beat out Rugrats for me.
Okay.
And I don't want to bore everybody with going through every single step of this entire thing. But basically, it broke down to the end of it. I went with all that overall.
All that was your overall for Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, all that is the best show. People can argue with me on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I would probably go with SpongeBob on that because I didn't obviously I wasn't a child when it came out, but I can sit and watch that show.
Well, it's one of the ones that's made for adults to watch with their kids.
Yeah.
It's like watching Finding Nemo or any other like Disney Pixar. They're gonna hide stuff in there. Nickelodeon's always done a really good job of that.
Yeah.
So then we drop down here to the Disney Channel, and I was shocked that I don't know who the voting people were who voted, but Lizzie McGuire is the number one overall, with Boy Meets World with the number 2, which blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, but I already, you know what? I'm gonna let you go through your thing, and then at the end,
okay,
because I already know.
You look at the list, you know where you're going.
Yeah, I already know through this whole list. Like,
okay,
no matter what,
we'll just power through because again, there's a lot of TV shows. So Lizzie McGuire versus what is I was informed is Sunny with a Chance.
Okay.
Never seen Sunny with a Chance. Lizzie McGuire was actually entertaining, so I went with Lizzie McGuire. Phineas and Ferb versus Recess. It went Recess for me. Wizards of Waverly Place versus Hannah Montana. Just out of spite, I went with Wizards of Waverly Place.
Okay.
It has the word wizards in it, and it doesn't have the words Hannah or Montana in it. No offense to Montana. I kind of feel bad about that.
Yeah.
That's So Raisin. That's So
That's So Raisin.
I like that show. It's the California Raisins.
Yeah. I mean, it's colored the correct way.
Yeah. It's the color of a raisin.
Yeah.
So that's So Raven versus House
Mouse,
End Mouse, something like that. So we'll give it to Raven.
Sure.
Sweet Life of Zach Cody versus Phil of the Future. Phil of the Future. I've seen a couple episodes, so
I've never seen it.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody stars the twins that were Ross's kids, and they were Frankenstein and Big Daddy.
Yep.
So yeah, they had their time. Phil of the Future wins there. Kim Possible versus Buzz Lightyear. I was pretty drunk. And I went Buzz Lightyear just because I like Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear, but Kim Possible is a good cartoon.
Kim Possible is great, and after reviewing it, I got some harsh words on that. So
probably
I'll take back the Buzz Lightyear, and I'll go Kim Possible there. Even Stevens versus the Proud Family. Even Stevens is the beginning of Shia LaBeouf. It is the best of Shia LaBeouf.
It is.
So
it is.
Went there, and then I've never heard of Teacher's Pet, but it doesn't matter because Boy Meets World is up against it.
Yeah.
So breaking everything down really quickly. Boy Meets World is my pretty much number one show of all times. To the point where I've been watching Girl Meets World with Alyssa and her daughter Madeline, and we've watched it a couple of nights in a row, and it's not terrible. It's pretty funny, and Feeney comes back, and Eric comes back, and it
sounds like they did the show correctly. Like, not saying that Fuller House or other shows that came back didn't.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why people are watching Fuller House. Like, we've discussed it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for the content.
No. It's 40-year-old men that are watching it for Stephanie's Tanners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, but as far as a show, if you want to watch a show,
it's not entertaining to me anymore.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm a guy and you took the 3 guys out of the show, and now it's aimed more at the female audience.
Yeah,
maybe that's it, and I totally understand. I'm not the target audience for it either way, but I'm not the target audience for Girl Meets World.
True.
And that show is actually doing a really good job of keeping the spirit of the original show alive with the same, as far as I know, the same producers. I think the original creator and director came back. And Corey is the Mr. Feeney now. It just makes a lot of sense. So that's Disney Channel. It just comes down to Boy Meets World.
All right. So I love Boy Meets World as well. I will watch that show anytime I can.
Yeah.
But Even Stevens beats it. For me, anyway.
Even Stevens?
Yeah, it's just... And I was a little bit older.
So Boy Meets World would be out in the second round for you.
Yeah, which is crazy. Just like looking at the list.
That's sacrilegious. See, that's where the pairing up doesn't really work, because for me, it did go Boy Meets World, Even Stevens. And that is a terrible combination, because the next one up there is Phil of the Future, Kim Possible.
Yeah.
Or when I did it, or Buzz Lightyear,
Phil
of the Future.
Yeah, exactly.
Raven versus Wizards, and then Lizzie McGuire versus Recess, or if you had gone the Phineas and Ferb route. Like, those all seem kind of like, but that is like an unfair pairing.
But the reason that show won it for me was just because of how funny it was.
Yeah.
It's insanely funny.
Beans was such a great character that grew up to be a terrible looking adult.
Well, hey. Either way. That's a tough list. I will say.
It is. That's a tough list.
At least those two.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's the one that I think these two were the ones that I was more like emotionally invested in as a kid. Once we get over here, the Fox Box, 4Kids TV, Toonami, WB Kids, and more. This is where I don't know nearly as much, and you're probably going to know. So
yeah.
You've got in order. It went number 1, Animaniacs. Number 2, Pokemon. Then Avatar: The Last Airbender. Sonic X. Teen Titans. Then number 6 is Naruto. Is how Naruto? How's Naruto?
Naruto.
I don't know. Someone said it was Naruto.
Naruto. Yeah, Naruto. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yell at me.
Get
Batman.
mad.
One of the Batmans for number 7. Dragon Ball Z. Yu-Gi-Oh. Then we're going Johnny Test. Mucha Lucha. Power Rangers.
What the hell are you looking at, man?
I'm going in order of the numbers.
Oh, God.
Sailor Moon.
You're totally fucking me up.
I know. I'm doing this on purpose.
I don't know what 16
I don't know what
is,
14 is. 16 is...
I think that was just a placeholder.
Because it is number 16.
Yeah.
So either way. So that's the list. Digimon's on there as well. So Animaniacs for 16. No competition. Animaniacs moves on. Dragon Ball Z versus Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know either of them very well, but I know Dragon Ball Z wins that.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. Teen Titans versus Power Rangers. People can fight me. Power Rangers is winning it on my end. I don't know.
Teen Titans is good, but Power Rangers
I don't know what
is
Power
better.
Rangers they're talking about. That doesn't look like the logo I necessarily remember.
There's
Maybe
a billion
it is,
of them, dude.
But it's Power Rangers.
There's Power Rangers that go into like fucking like have like jungle animals and then like space and like all kinds of fucking crazy
I gotta
stuff.
catch up on my Power Rangers.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. And then we got Sonic X versus Sailor Moon. Never watched either of them, but for scene points, I went Sailor Moon.
Yeah. It's a weird show.
And then Naruto and Mucha Lucha, 2 words that I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing either of those titles 100% correctly. But I'm just going with ranking here, and I'm going to say Naruto. Now we get to something I actually know. Avatar: Last Airbender versus something I can't read. Avatar: The Last Airbender is, what is it?
One Piece.
One Piece? Sure.
Yeah, it's about a pirate.
Okay. Avatar: The Last Airbender wins, as long as it's not the live-action film.
Yeah.
Batman, Johnny Test, we go Batman. Pokemon, Digimon, we go Pokemon.
Sure.
Through all of this, I break everything down, and I got a couple people mad at me because it basically should be Animaniacs, like it should be. I went Avatar: Last Airbender all the way down to the end.
Damn, okay.
It's good.
It would be Animaniacs for me.
Animaniacs should win. It should win. But Animaniacs, Dragon Ball Z, that can be real hard for some people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as much as I love anime and Dragon Ball Z, I mean, I still love the classic animation and the jokes, and like the storytelling, the way that they make fun and poke fun.
Oh
and shit.
God, like, the Prince joke, the fingerprints joke.
Yeah, all of it, dude. Yeah, it's so good.
So I went there. Yeah, I went Last Airbender, and then up here we got Cartoon Network. This one, it's just Cartoon Network, and it doesn't have Adult Swim. I guess they're trying to keep it, you know, to prior to that. So you got Powerpuff Girls and no idea. Something about a monkey.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Another one that I can't read.
Billy
and Mandy. Billy and Mandy, and then Chowder.
Is that the one about the fucking Grim Reaper?
Yes, that's the Grim Reaper one. Yes.
That is a great show too. I don't know what Chowder is.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, Samurai Jack, Scooby Doo, Cow Chicken or Cow and Chicken, Kids Next Door, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Clone Wars, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Ben 10, Dexter's Laboratory, and Camp Lazlo. Powerpuff Girls kind of has to win. I'd gone Chowder because I couldn't read it, and then when someone explained to me what Billy and Mandy was, I understand now. So Billy and Mandy,
fucked up there.
Yeah, I fucked up that one. I went Courage the Cowardly Dog over Samurai Jack, Scooby Doo over Cow Chicken, Johnny Bravo, then Ed, Ed and Eddie, Foster's, and Dexter's. And when it came down to it, it was the most classic of the matchup: Powerpuff Girls
versus Dexter's
Laboratory. And I think just because I'm a boy, it goes Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, I think it has to. I mean,
it has to.
It's just the dynamics between him and his sister.
Yeah,
it's fucking great.
He's a little asshole. I love it.
Yeah.
He's a genius little prick.
Yeah.
It's a great way to go. So you wind up having the final four of All That versus Boy Meets World.
Okay.
Which is an extremely tough matchup.
Sure.
Dexter's Laboratory versus, for me, it was Avatar. But realistically, it really should be Animaniacs. So I'll see. It would change it because for me, it went Animaniacs versus. It went Avatar versus the Dexter's Laboratory, and for me, I just really like the Avatar, so Avatar wound up winning out.
Okay.
And I think there's like 5 people that might agree with me on that one. And then All That versus Boy Meets World. Again, both of them are literally 1 and 2, my 2 favorite shows from the 90s. So Boy Meets World holds out. And then I have no way can I possibly say that Avatar: The Last Airbender beats Boy Meets World.
Are you telling me that Avatar... Did Avatar win?
No, it's Boy Meets World. It is definitely Boy Meets World.
I was going to say, because if that's the case, you better show up at the fucking house with a fucking Avatar hoodie and like your forehead painted, and
because I already show up to your house dressed like a character from Boy Meets World every single day.
Pretty much, yeah.
So if I went against Boy Meets World, that wouldn't be good.
Damn, man,
that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, God.
All right, so that's.
I mean, that was a pretty good list.
It's a pretty good list, and it breaks down. But next year, I think we're gonna we're gonna do the bracket.
Yeah, we're gonna do the best brackets of everybody. Because there was a fuckload of brackets this year. I mean, God, Good Mythical Morning, they fucking had how many?
Oh, you know what I mean? They did a whole week of the bracket for the snack foods and everything.
Yeah,
that was amazing. Oh,
but yeah.
So so that's the bracket segment of all of this. And we're gonna take another just quick little break and regather our thoughts, and then we'll be back shortly after this with something possibly slightly more interesting. Who knows? We make no guarantees.
We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Oh,
I'm doing pretty well. I'm enjoying the comments that we're getting right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Sir Anthony of the Angels, Anthony DeAngelis. This would be good music for an S&M dungeon. It would be. It'd be a weird S&M dungeon. All right, so we just did that bracket thing. So that's done. That was the madness.
The madness, yes.
But yeah, again, for me, Boy Meets World's going to hold out.
It is a good pick.
It's a great pick.
Yeah, it is.
So once again, the theme song today was brought to you by Richard Blackmore.
Yep.
Wonderful little one. A little 10-second ditty.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it thoroughly. And the break music was brought to you by Mr. Andrew Masaurus.
Yep. And I'm actually going to play something that we did as the outro.
All right. Sweet.
All right.
It's going to be a surprise for me, so don't tell me.
Cool.
I like how we're doing this.
All right, cool.
Cool. It's my show. You're just running it.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I'm eventually going to, once you don't sink this house, boat, ship.
This boat ship house?
I'm just going to fucking blow it up.
Okay.
So it's cool.
All right.
All right, cool.
Things that should be taken seriously.
Just
kidding. All right, so last thing I wanted to talk about
this fucking house right now.
Last thing I wanted to talk about is I guess it's a project of sorts that has been 6 years almost in the making.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful little thing that me, Rich Blackmore, Christoph Klein, and I believe Keith, my brother Keith was the one, the other involved.
I remember when this started.
We were around the campfire, I believe.
I wasn't there, but the next day when all of it
just
when everything, when the madness, as you will say, started coming through on it, it was crazy for a while.
Yep, it started December of 2012, so we're a little bit under 6 years right now. But it is a wonderful little thing that we did called Bro Haiku.
Right.
And the image and our mascot is
is it coming
Allen
back?
Bro. We've never stopped, really.
True, it's just been
every
hiatus.
6 to 8 months we post one, and then Richard will post one, and I'll go, ha ha ha, I'm going to post one now. And then Keith will post one, and then Chris will post one, and then 7 months later, someone else will post one, and it starts over again for like 3 days, and then it ends. The original idea was to make a coffee book, and I would love to actually do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So if you are listening to any of these poems that we're about to read, that I'm about to read, and you enjoy them, then maybe you could talk to somebody at a publisher's office that wants to put together a coffee book full of bro haikus with the image of Edgar Allan Bro.
Yeah.
Popped collar and all. It's not antiquated at all now, right? It's not outdated. No. That's what bros still are.
I mean, realistically, if it is, it makes it even better.
A page-a-day calendar, Richard says, is what we should do. That would be great. Like kind of inspirational, but not. So the rules for Bro Haiku that we came up with originally were they had to be in haiku format. So 575, which is why the background for a while, I don't know if it still is, was Highway 575. So it had to be 575 syllables, obviously, is what I'm saying. And the last line, the 5 syllables, were already written for you. You could not change them. They are always, that is so deep, bro.
Correct.
And it just came about, we were, hanging out at the house one night, just kind of bullshitting. I don't know why it became haikus. Maybe Richard remembers. But we just started mocking bros, chads, bro snakes, whatever you want to call them, and they just morphed into this wonderful little thing, and everything is so deep, bro. So I wanted to read a couple of the old ones because these are old enough that it doesn't say who actually wrote them, so none of us have claim. Now, if we write them, it says published by Colorado Jones or Doobs and Magoobs, which are 2 real people that we're friends with. Totally their real names.
Yes.
So the first one ever posted, December 5th, 2012. If at first you fail, you were never meant to win. That is so deep, bro. Your cup's half empty. Nah, it's just half full of beer. That is so deep, bro. The world's getting bigger, or am I getting smaller? That is so deep, bro. So if you get the idea of what we're going for, is what drunk bros would find really deep and moving and powerful.
Right.
And, for a while, it kind of stuck with that. Some of them got more deeper. If you can't think it, then you will never speak it. That is so deep, bro. Dude, like lacrosse, bro. Dude, you're like a Lacoste, bro. That is so deep, bro. Some of them just make no sense whatsoever. No, I don't think so. Dude, it's the fucking ocean. It is so deep, bro. No reason. Some of them got a little more risque. She's a butterface, but I would still fuck her face. That is so deep, bro.
Yeah.
They're good ones. So we started asking people to submit and to, see, if we could get anybody to send any in. And I never looked on the page the messages. I might have years ago, but I totally forgot about them. And the other day, I accidentally typed in something on my phone that opened up this program. I was like, oh, I have the Facebook page program that I can run the page. And I'm like, I hit something on my phone and blah, blah, blah. So I started looking through them, and the first message we ever got was on the 5th. Chad pulled out his balls, violated protocols. Oh, Richard, I love you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So the first one we ever got, the first message we ever got is, bro. Wait, bro. Yo, bro. Bro. From Zach DeBoard, who I've known for years, used to be in the band Slightly Askew. And then he went, oh shit, didn't read the rules, sorry, I'll work up another one, bro. And he messaged, let's try butt chugging. Drink beer unusually. That is so deep, bro. So that's Zach DeBoard. I thought that one was good. This one is from somebody named Jonathan Hall. My balls hang real low, which is quite inconvenient. That is so deep, bro. Not that deep. Not super deep. Now this one, I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to tell you who wrote it.
Okay.
Really just for you and some of our friends. It'll be fun, more fun to hear it that way.
Okay.
Keep your pimp hand strong. Ain't shit but bitches and hoes. That is so deep, bro. Paula Beatty.
I already knew.
You knew.
I knew as soon as... Yeah.
It was pretty good. We got another one that liked to use the word bitches. I guess we were going kind of gangster rap for a while. Bitches ain't shit, yo. So why you chasing that hoe? That is so deep, bro. From John Anthony. He also wrote, grab your 22, show them you mean business, dude. That is so deep, bro. This guy was going hard. He was going hard on him.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then Ethan, who was a guest on the thrice brand new episode of the original.
Yes. Pick
up heavyweights, all just to put them back down. That is so deep, bro.
That's a good one. That is.
We got a wonderful submission that was not 575, but it was a kid I grew up with, Justin Mott. Beer is temporary, bros are forever. That is so deep, bro. And I remember this one. I just responded 575, bro. And he goes, beer gets you in trouble, but bros sit in jail with you. That is so deep, bro. And I went, not 575, bro. And he went, refrigerator. In it is our survival. That is so deep, bro. And I appreciate that one. I think that one's good. I got drunk last night. I'll get drunk again tonight. That is so deep, bro. Submitted on 12/12/12. So all of these are within the first week. All these submissions are the first week. Right?
And then you guys were basically like, thanks for the submissions. Fuck you.
Yeah, and we were like, we're not going to post them. And then randomly, 3 months later, we get a message from our good friend Micah Harrison. I want a ball pit. I will fill it up with balls. That is so deep, bro. That's good. It's a strong one. So those were the user submitted ones, and then up until 4 days ago. Oh wait, that's how I figured it out. Andy Moose, who made the music, messaged us asking if we have an Instagram 4 days ago, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And it opened up this app, and I went, "Whoa!" And they were all there.
Okay.
So those are some user submitted ones, and then I just kind of wanted to read a few other ones. And I highly recommend that you go to the Bro Haiku page on Facebook and submit or post onto the page. You'll probably get it seen quicker there. There's about a 6-year turnaround on user submitted emails to the Bro Haiku page. But if you post it right on the page, you can just say whatever the hell you want. But rules are, keep it 575, and that is so deep, bro, should be the final line. And then our actual first submission that we got and posted, "Mysterious hole betwixt thine wall, unzip, plunge." That is so deep. That is the one we posted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that one, I believe.
You know, and I think my favorite one, and the one I'm going to close up the Bro Haiku segment with, also from the first day that we were on, "Life is like a box, not of chocolate, but rocks." That is so deep, bro. All right, so we got Richard saying James O did one of them that I had read. "Laxatives tonight, diarrhea tomorrow." That is so deep, bro. Yes. I am so happy to be able to introduce Anthony to this because it'll just be a wonderful addition to that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to bring it back.
It's a good way to bring it back, and I think it's something that, you know, bros are your bros, bro.
Yeah. Bro.
Oh, bros are your bro. So next week we're going to be actually live at 9 o'clock. We had some technical difficulties that we started off with, so we will be live at 9 o'clock, and hopefully actually on Tuesday. But we're extremely professional.
Yeah.
We'll be on at some point, and we are going to be releasing the episodes as podcasts through our friends at Moot TV. Want to do just a couple of quick plugs before we wrap everything up. First and foremost, like I said, Moot.tv. We've got our two now sister podcasts, I guess, technically, but they're all men, so our brother podcast. Let me ask you a question, which is Lamayak Pod on social medias. Host Anthony DeAngelis, Greg Baldwin, and Eric John Dukoski, or EJ5000 and Greg and Man, as they are respectively called. They also have White Wasabi, where it's Greg Man and EJ, and they are on with a gentleman named Sensei Micah. I want to also point out, going forward, if you want to have your music used or any images used during our breaks, please send them in. As we said earlier, we want to spotlight as much local art as possible, and independent art. Doesn't have to be local to us specifically. And if you know anybody and you're listening to this, know anybody that writes music or paints pictures, does cartoons, does short videos, please send them our way. We will definitely use them.
Yeah, I do want to also say that we will have live video at times, but we kind of want to build that up a little bit and have them as like more specials and everything. So we're gonna be able to showcase a lot of art, video, animation, that stuff. Like, we want to incorporate as much stuff through the community that we can.
Definitely. And going forward, we will be having guests on most episodes. We kind of wanted to start off with just warming us up, getting to know or re-know Justin and I. Zach will be helping out a lot as well, doing different music and contributing in other ways. Again, our artwork, Justin edited this picture that we have showing right now, but originally done by Sean L. Sasser. He's going to be doing some other work for us. And if you're interested in doing any art for us, please let us know. Also want to plug Not Movies, a friend of mine, Sean Araujo. He and his wife and his friend Eric, his wife Summer, they do an episode each week where they basically come up with the plot line,
which
and
is
write
a really
an entire
cool
movie.
Concept.
Every single, it's
really
wonderful.
Cool concept.
And then starting tomorrow, a good friend of mine, Jason Melendez, is starting his podcast, Jason Knows Nothing. So check that out on social media.
Cool.
Again, Richard Blackmore and Andy Moose today contributed with all of the music. And for us, our Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, pretty much everything is Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, or KM.Won't Shut Up. And for our email, if you'd like to reach us directly, it's km.won'tshutup@gmail.com. Again, this will be released through Moot TV. And again, if you are a musician, an artist, or you want to be on the show to promote anything, or just to come on and bullshit about whatever you want to talk about, doesn't have to be music or pop culture or entertainment. It can be a cause. It can be an event that is happening. Just come on. We want to talk with people, get to know people.
If you have a show coming up, give us the artwork for it. We'll post it.
Hell yeah.
Get people into it, or hopefully, anything. Also, not that I like telling people to subscribe or follow, but if you follow us, you'll know when we're going live, and there's specific things that you're only going to catch on here. I mean, when you re-listen to the podcast, you'll get the full episode, but the imagery that goes along with it and other things.
It definitely adds to the experience, and that's more what we're trying to do. The podcast is that's what this started out as, and we want to keep the format of the podcast going, but we're definitely trying to evolve and make it a little bit more than just a format. So, or more than just, a concept. So, this has been the first episode of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, and Justin is going to play us out with something that I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
So this is wonderful. Thank you so much for checking us out and for tuning in. Stay tuned. Again, Tuesdays, 9 o'clock live. Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up on YouTube. Check us out.
Later.